Hello, how is everyone doing today? Just a little chit chat. Wanted to tell you something like what the preacher preached on today. He preached out of John, the fourth chapter, the 11th verse, and it was a very interesting topic that is just like he was saying to let everything go, like all of your baggage. Do not take it into the next year. Leave it in this year. He gave an example as you go through. He said he couldn't wait till Monday to go through his house because Monday was trash day, so he couldn't wait to go through his house and pick up all the trash in every room and collect it all, and so he could take it out to the dumpster. And when he returned home, that the trash was gone. So he said, think of that as your life. Everything that's been going on in 2015, do not take it to 2016. Bag it up and leave it in 2015. Also, it was like kind of on the facts and the word. He said, the chapter was about Lazarus being sick and how his sister said, if God, if you had been there, my brother wouldn't have died. And she was looking at it that way. But the real fact is, like, every situation is some good that's going to come out of it. Even though her brother died, he in God's, that's fact that he died, but in God's word, God was saying, that you will see him again. He will rise again. So sometimes, we have to take the word over facts, because in everyday life is always going to throw us a curveball. But if we always look at what the word say, like we say we're sick, but the word tell us that through his stripes that we are healed. That's a fact, but the word tell us something different. So in your situations, always look to the word, because even though it's facts there, the word always gives us hope. And as you go into 2016, do not carry the baggage from 2015. Pack it up, leave it there, and give it to God, which He already worked it out. And begin your 2016 with a whole new outlook, expecting something great. And do not carry nothing into 2016 from 2015. He said that sometimes we wallow in things that God has already brung us out. God been done delivered us and took us away from the situation, but we want to steady continuously think about that same situation when we should have been done forgot about it a long time ago. So I can't exactly remember what the text say, but I'm fit to get it right now because I want to tell y'all what the text was. It came from John, the fourth chapter, the 11th verse. But I want to tell you what the text says, and plus I got some little bit more things that I jotted down that I wanted to share with y'all, because this sermon today was just right on point for everybody about bagging up their trash and leaving it in 2015. So hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and I gave you, I was saying the fourth verse, but it was the 44th verse, and it says, the text was down but not out, and that is so true. And just some other little things that he was saying is that he said that, like, that through our life it's a chapter. He says as the end of the chapter doesn't mean it's the end of the story, which means just because the chapter ends doesn't mean that it's the end of your life. That Jesus comes not that we expect Jesus to come like right when we want him, but he don't come right when we want him. He comes right on time. And it says when we're looking at situations, we got to look at reality, and because there's really a good side to every bad situation, which is true. Sometimes our bad situations is so God can pull the glory out of our grief, so we can see the situation for what it is and see the goodness of the Lord, of how he can work good and bad situations. And then sometimes, and then another point he made is like there's a purpose for your pain. See, sometimes God has to put us in a situation where there is pain, and where that we can see the real true meaning of what he can do. See, even though Lazarus died, still the good part of it was that she was going to see him again. That even though he died and it was hurtful, she would see him again. That is the purpose in the pain. Sometimes God gives us a different situations just so that we can see the goodness in him. And then, like he was saying, when I was telling you about, that sometimes God takes us from the situation and gets us out of the situation, but we still want to stay in it. And he was saying, like, that Lazarus was out of the grave, but he was still dead, meaning that, even though that God had, even though God delivers us from these things, we still want to stay in them and still be in that old negative, dead situation that God has removed from our lives. We need to stop doing that. We need to just leave all your baggage, pack it up, put it on the curb and leave it there, or put it at his feet. Any way you want to put it, just whatever. Do not take it with you into the New Year. So that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about. I had a really good time at church. This was a really good subject. It hit some points in my life that that I need to work on, because we are all human, but sometimes we have to use the word and not the facts. Even though the facts look and say one thing, if we go to the word gives us a whole totally good outlook. So sometimes, and no, not sometimes, all the time, the word outweighs the facts. So if you go to the word, the facts really don't matter, because it's something good that's going to come out of the word for your facts. So everyone have a blessed rest of this Sunday. I love you guys, and God loves you too. And be blessed, my people.